Start with cricket. Ashley Giles was appointed in October last year as cricket director and head coach. Was he always the man you wanted in the job?
I think Ashley's an outstanding director of cricket and head coach. I think he's got supreme experience, both as an international player. There's not many players who can say that they've won an Ashes series. So to be one of the famous 2005 Ashes cohort, and actually for his Warwickshire career as a player, very, very strong. But actually then if you separate that out and actually looking at his coaching pedigree, he took over Warwickshire at a time actually where you could say there are a number of similarities to where the club are now. So I think if you actually look at the situation that we find ourselves in, I think Ashley is absolutely ideal for the role that we've got in terms of a rebuilding phase.
And how has he settled in over the last 6 months or so?
Ashley's been great. He's a really personable guy, very friendly, made a real effort and energy to get on with everybody in the club, whatever level they've been at. No real ego at all. Just real great breath of fresh air. I think he's going to be great for us as a club. And it's just, he kind of gets the whole club from top to bottom, even though he's only been here a short period. And we're really excited for how the season's going to play out.
Tom Smith's been appointed captain. Why do you think he's the man for the job?
I think they always say in sport that really your captain should be the first person on the team sheet, and to find somebody who can play all formats but also be the first name on the team sheet in all formats, that's quite, your list becomes much narrower, and if that was your defining quality, then Tom would always be top of that list. I think he's suffered a lot with injuries in the past, but an outstanding young player, recognised with England Lions last year, and true born and bred Lancastrian, and I think he'll be absolutely fantastic for us this season.
Peter Siddal's been called up for the Australia Ashes squad. What does this mean for us? And without naming any names, are we going to be looking for a replacement?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I'm sure some people might see that as a challenge or might want to criticise the club. I think at the end of the day, Peter Siddal wasn't in the Australian test thinking. Things have happened over there. Different players have got injury, loss of form, whatever. And let's not forget, after we signed Peter, he then took an 8-4 for Victoria at the end of the Sheffield Shield season and really had an outstanding finish. And so I'm delighted personally for Peter that he's been selected for Australia. We're still working hard to get him as much as we can for the early part of the season, and we're working closely with Cricket Australia to secure a high quality replacement.
We'll be sitting here in 12 months' time having probably a similar conversation. What would a successful season be for Lancashire County Cricket Club this season?
I think a successful season clearly involves promotion back to the First Division of the County Championship. The County Championship is our cricket priority, always has to be. It's where Test cricket is developed from, so we need to get promotion. And I think we need to be competitive across both one-day competitions, and that's very important. And if we can achieve those things as well as being in a rebuilding phase, then I think we'll be very pleased with that.
We've obviously got 3 big international fixtures here at Emirates Old Trafford this summer. They should be 3 great occasions against 2 great in-form sides in Australia and New Zealand.
Yes, I mean it's fantastic that we've got the 2 teams that have just hosted the World Cup final, both coming to Emirates Old Trafford during 2015. Australia need no introduction, sold out the last time they were here. We have 2 matches against them, which is fantastic at the end of September, so great opportunity to come and watch the world champions come and play here. And what I'm really excited about actually as well is the New Zealand IT20. I went to an England-New Zealand IT20 a couple of years ago at the Oval, and it was a fantastic spectacle, over 400 runs scored, really, really fantastic evening. And I believe actually that's a real opportunity for us to perhaps go out to some new markets and some people who haven't necessarily been as much here as to international cricket, to go out there and say, do you know what, this will be a fantastic evening. We're going to have, it's not too long, we're going to have some great entertainment. You're going to have Brendan McCullum, one of the most destructive batsmen in the world. You're going to have a number of people, Jimmy Anderson back to his pomp on home soil. And I think it's going to be a great game. So Tuesday 23rd of June, I think is a really